Good morning everyone, I hope you're all well. So as the title suggests, I've sold my 7-year-old motorcycle and I've purchased a 20-year-old bike. Have I made the right decision? I have a question though. Have you ever had a time when something came out, you really wanted to have that as soon as you was able, but it just never happened? Well, that happened with me on this particular bike. So going back 20 years, I was 15. A bike came out in 1999, so I would have been 14 actually. I've always been into bikes. My dad had many when I was young. I used to be his pillion, so really enjoyed being on a bike from a young age. A bike came out and it was the one that I just always wanted, sort of fascinated. That's definitely going to be my bike as soon as I turn of age. The thing is, you live in a dream. I turned of age and the bike was out of my price range and the insurance was astronomical. It was just ridiculous. Moving on now, I've had a choice of buying the bike. I've looked on Auto Trader all the time. I look on eBay. I see them in bike shops when I go to view bikes. Just in general, they always catch my eye. My only concern is, or was, 20 years is an old, or could be classed as old, not classic, but an older bike. So you tend to get problems with bikes that are 20 years old. You don't know the history to a point. When you have a bike from new or a number of years old, you know that it's relatively well maintained. You're not going to have that many problems. So I've been going back and forth. Do I, don't I, do I, don't I? When you always look on Auto Trader from time to time, or eBay, I found one came available that I really liked the look of. It was not too far away from where I live, and I just couldn't resist going to view the bike. Long story short, I purchased the bike. So I'm going to show you what it is. It was produced in 1999, as I mentioned, I believe earlier on. Produced in 1999, it was classed as a sports tourer. So a little game, try to think of what it would be. Put the comments below, pause the video, and don't cheat and go forwards, but try to guess what it would be. Sports tourer, made in 1999. It was a bit of a Marmite bike, so it's the same in the UK. I think it's the same as Vegemite. So it's Marmite. People love it, people hate it. I absolutely love it. For example, my father absolutely hates it. He understands and appreciates, I think, the mechanical side of things, but the visual side of things is just not for him. It's just one of those bikes, but it does have a good following. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to take you to the bike. Right then, for anyone that's guessed it, it is the Suzuki Hayabusa. This has and always will be one of my favourite bikes. One of the things I really like about it is the history. The Hayabusa stands for, in Japanese, falcon, specifically the peregrine falcon. It's the world's fastest bird. I think it's classed as an animal. Sorry, my neighbour came out, so I stopped the video. where I got to, I believe, was just explaining that the Hayabusa in Japanese is the peregrine falcon, which is the world's fastest bird. That's when it's diving down, it reaches up to and over 180 miles an hour. I think I'm correct in saying that. The bike was designed around that falcon. I believe if you imagine a beak coming down, it is exactly the same as this, with the vents here as well. I just absolutely love the shape of it, and I can just imagine when the bird's putting its wings back, the wings going right to its body, being really sleek, and making it go even faster once it's on the dive. So it's just little things like that that intrigues me a bit more. It's also a bike that was made specifically, I believe, though I think there's some comments that it might not be accurate, but the bike was designed to beat the Honda Blackbird, which at the time in 1999 and historically before that was the world's fastest bike. The Honda Blackbird was designed after a military plane that was the fastest, and that's what it was there, and it held the world record for a number of years until this then came out, and then this beat the Honda Blackbird, and it goes up to 180 plus to 190 plus miles an hour. Some people have made more modifications to make them go over 200 miles an hour, but as standard I think it was 190 plus, and then in year 2000, because of the laws of the EU and so on, the bike was slightly restricted to 180. So yeah, I will be doing some more videos on this bike. I'm looking at going camping very soon. I will be bringing this bike with me, and I'm going to do some maintenance videos. For example, again, 20 years old, you have to realize and understand that you will need to do certain things. I don't 100% feel comfortable not knowing anything about it, so I am going to change the bearings at some point. The rear sprocket bearing, the rear wheel bearings, the front bearings, and then I'll probably change the others later on through the year. But the main thing is wheels. Don't want to be riding, doing something, and then all of a sudden the wheels lock up, not knowing what it's like. I have checked, there's no movement, so it's not like an emergent thing, but it will be something just for peace of mind that I will be doing. Right. I hope you like the new bike. I will be getting another video out of the bearings at some point soon, and camping, so if you do like this sort of content, please do like and subscribe. Alright, thanks.